Everybody, this is Brian, and it is giveaway time. It's time for the drawing and the interview and all that stuff. So yes, I am going to do the drawing first. There will be a timestamp down below if you want to skip ahead to the interview. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You probably want to see if you won something. As usual, I'm going to do the drawing here with the random comment picker, and you have 48 hours to email me at sliceydicy75@gmail.com. Give me your address. And I'm going to wait every bit of that 48 hours because that way, if I get doubles, if more than one of you say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I have a bit to figure that out. So I'll wait every bit of the 48 hours before I send stuff out. Unless it's someone wins that I know, then maybe I'll send it out sooner. But because maybe I have your address. Who knows? Maybe you bought something from me, whatever. If it's someone I know, I'll get it out sooner. But if not, I'm going to wait every bit of that 48 hours. And that means it's probably going to go out this coming Monday. So thank you guys very much, everyone who entered. I have not checked the comments yet. I think it was around 1,500. It was a lot. Thank most of you for being cool and following the rules. Some of you asked multiple questions, which I don't mind that. You can ask multiple questions, but you still only get one entry because I hit the filter unique commenters thing. So you still just get the one entry. It didn't do you anything. A couple of you got banned, though, because you were clearly just cutting and pasting from multiple accounts. If I get the same exact question, if I get 5 or 6 of them in the span of 3 minutes, yeah, I'm going to notice. It's not hard to figure out. One of you was especially dumb. You know who you were. You tried to use 4 different accounts. All of them have the exact same last name included in them. So nice try. Must have been 40, 50 questions I had to delete out of there. And yeah, you can't comment anymore. You're done. But most of you guys have been awesome, and I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much to my sponsors, to TRM, to USMA Blade, to Southern Edge Knife Works, to nafs.com, to Viper Sharp, to Sharp Dress Knives. You guys were awesome. This has been an epic giveaway. I apologize for the microphone on my face. I'm having to record this on my wife's computer. Long story. We had to do the interview on that. It's just easier to do it all in one thing. We've already done the interview. Now I'm doing this. And in an hour or so, I will be doing the drawing. I want to wait till it's closer to actually 8 o'clock. So hope you guys enjoy this and good luck. And please do watch the interview. It went really well. Lori did a great job. You guys like her more than me anyway. So there's a lot of knife questions. And then there's also some non-knife related questions, some funny stories. So hope you guys enjoy it. And good luck. Hey everybody, here we go. It is time for the drawing, what you've all been waiting for. We have 1,332 comments. I did search out or filter out duplicate users, like I said. So if you ask more than one question, you still only get one entry. It's just one person. So I did already put in the URL. Yeah, I got the 1,332. It is currently 7:20 p.m. Eastern time on April 30th, the day I said I was going to do the drawing. This is as late as I can wait because I have to render this and all this stuff in order to post it at 8 p.m. like I said. So we're going to do one more time, get the YouTube comments here, just to see if there were a couple of you snuck in the last minute that I didn't look. I have not checked the questions since probably a couple hours ago because I was recording the interview with my wife, which is coming up right after this, which came out very, very good. I'm very excited about that. Hope you guys like it. Still at 1,332. Okay, no last minuters. All right, this is for what we're calling third prize, but man, it's really hard to call it third prize because it's awesome. That is, again, I'm going to have linked down below. There will be a link to the original video. If you win and you want to go back and see pictures of what you won and all that, you can do that. The TRM Atom, which is an amazing looking atom. The Megalodon Tooth from Southern Edge Knife Works, a wallet from Southern Edge Knife Works, a cool carbon fiber one, and a t-shirt from Southern Edge Knife Works. So that is for quote-unquote third prize. I just did the air finger thing, and you guys can't even see it. So let's get going. Andrew Arnold. I actually answered this one. I don't have a favorite blade from anime. I did answer an anime question in the interview you'll see shortly, but I didn't answer that one. I don't watch a lot of anime with blades, so but you have 48 hours to reply to me and email me at sliceydicy75@gmail.com and give me your address. You have 48 hours, and I'm going to wait every bit of that 48 hours because if I get 2, then I know somebody's cheating. So I'm going to wait every bit of the 48 hours. And it has to be a U.S. address. I don't care where it goes after that, but you have to give me a U.S. address within 48 hours to sliceydicy75@gmail.com, and you will win a very awesome TRM Atom and some other stuff. So, all right. Pick another winner. Now, this is for technically what we're calling second prize, which is still really hard to call that. You have a ZT0308 from USA Made Blade, a long sleeve shirt from Southern Edge Knife Works, and one of their really cool Damascus paring knives, and one of those awesome posters from nafs.com. So here we go. This is for a second. I can't hold it with it long. BD Swaim. I think I have his address. Congratulations, man. So would you ever get desperate enough to record videos of you roasting someone with 3 or 4 facts and sell it for $12? I don't know what that's about, but Mary King and Tony Stork. Oh yeah, no, I've seen those. Oh yeah, but I know what you're talking about. On that, there's an app you can do that. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Depends on how long this thing goes on. But BD Swaim, congratulations. Email me within 48 hours. I know who you are. I'll know if it's you if you email me within 40 hours at sliceydicy75@gmail.com. And I'll send me your address if I don't already have it, and we will get that out to you. So now it is time for the grand prize. Which, again, it's really hard to call it that. All these prizes are kind of equal. But for the grand prize for first place, the customized ZT0393, a set of scales of whatever you wish from Sharp Dress Knives, a full Viper Sharp set, and a Southern Edge Knife Works hat. So here we go. I guess sick of me doing this yet. Jamie D, congrats, new subscriber, was wondering what was the knife that started the sickness. I answered this. I didn't in the live show. It was Mannix 2 Lightweight. But congratulations, Jamie D. Please email me at sliceydicy75@gmail.com and give me your mailing address, and I'll get all that stuff right on out to you. So I may even have to UPS that one because that Viper Sharp is pretty big. I don't think I can. I'm not sure I can post that. I may have to actually do UPS or something with that one. But send me your address. You got 48 hours. sliceydicy75@gmail.com. If not, I'm going to have to redraw these, and I really don't want to do that. But thank you guys so much again for subscribing and supporting me all these times. And I'm very glad to do this giveaway in a time when everybody's just stuck at home and having a rough time. I know I am. I'm getting pretty stir crazy. So glad to do something for you guys. And stay tuned for an interview with my lovely wife, asking me a lot of questions, some really serious ones and some very much not serious ones. Stay tuned for that in just mere seconds. Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody. So I managed to con my wife into getting on camera again because you guys like to have her on the camera. And she's going to interview me with some of my favorite questions that you guys asked me. I don't know how long this is going to go. Hopefully only 20 minutes or so, but we will see. So I'm going to do the knife-related ones first, and then she's going to ask me, some of the non-knife-related ones, and she'll pick and choose a little bit there. So I know most of the questions, but I don't know which one she's going to choose. So let's get going. Let's start out. Lori, the interviewer.
Hi, my name is Lori. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. We're just very excited to have you here. So we've got a lot of questions to go through. So we're just going to go through them. So many of your viewers have asked, what is your current Grail knife?
That's the number one question I get. Right now, it's Hawk Knives Deadlock, and you don't need to know what it costs. Yeah, you don't need to know what it costs. It's a really fancy auto. They're amazing.
Cool. Okay. Many more have asked, what do you use to store your knives?
A variety. I have a couple of spider packs. I like those a lot. They're like the fold-up Spyderco ones because you can see the knives. I like those. And vault cases for the fancy stuff, which is a little bit of a harder shell case. Nothing super fancy.
Cool. Okay, so many others have asked, what do you use to maintain your knives?
I actually have a video that says like what my knife maintenance kit was, and I wrote an article for Knives Illustrated that also highlights like a beginner's kit. But one of my videos a long while ago highlighted all that, and I was going to update it, and I actually just watched it like a couple days ago and thought, no, I don't need it updated. I still use that stuff. So yeah, go look at that. Just search for Slicey Dicey maintenance on the YouTubes, and you'll find it.
Okay, so Mr. Love, shout out to Mr. Love.
And applause for not calling yourself Dr. Love. I do appreciate the modesty there.
Well, his last name is probably Love.
Yeah, yeah.
So in terms of value for the money spent, which knife would you choose and why?
I got a lot of questions very similar to this. A lot of you guys ask me really specific amounts, like what's the best between this and this. And those are really hard to answer because there's a lot of questions. But best bang for the buck right now is a little easier. I'd say a Cold Steel Code 4. They're like $80. They're S35 VN, and they're just awesome, awesome, awesome knives.
Cool. I'm learning a little bit too.
You are.
Yeah. So Maze Cat 44 asks, what knife was your biggest regret by, and what did it set you back?
Right when I first got into this, I think before the channel even started, I bought Emerson something. I don't remember. Their names are really long and complicated. I don't remember what it was, and I did not like it. And it's the only knife I've ever returned. And I think it was about earmuffs. I think it was about $250. Yeah, but I returned it. So literally, it actually cost me nothing.
Okay. So we have MXPXMTB.
I thought you'd like the username.
Also, yeah. Have you listened to their new album? It's awesome.
Yeah,
I just listened to it. It's great.
She's a punk.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So MXPXMTB says, great channel. And he said, if you made a second YouTube channel, what would the topic or the type be? What would it cover?
Oh, you know this. Cars. Like, I've always wanted to be a car reviewer, and I nearly got there a while ago, but I was going to have to move, and we couldn't move. So, yeah, I've always wanted to be a car reviewer.
Side note, he's really good at reviewing things. I know I'm the wife. I know that I'm biased, but he's reviewed not only knives, he's reviewed bikes. He's just everything.
And
so
one car.
In one car. Yeah, one car.
Yeah.
So check out his other stuff if you haven't. It's really awesome. So Zach Garrison has asked, how many times or how has your taste and style changed over the years in the types of knives that you like?
It was pretty stable for a long time. I think the first couple years of the channel, well, year and a half. We've been here for 2.5 years now. I was into smaller stuff, lighter stuff. Now, as she has noticed, especially since we're stuck in the house all the time, I carry a lot of bigger, more ridiculous stuff and automatics and everything. So I would say my tastes have gotten a bit crazier. Colors, too. Everybody used to joke about Brian Speck. Everything was black and gray. I do a lot more colors now.
Hence black and gray. That's all he's wearing
That's
right
all
now.
I'm wearing right now, yeah. But
I like a little pop of color.
In my knives, I like a little pop of colors,
yes.
they say.
Okay, so Chase Liu
No idea.
has given the chance to do it all over again. What would you do? What would you like? I'm going to start that over because words. Given the chance to do it all over again, would you like to change in your knives collection, and why is that? What would you like to change?
I would have done more research before I started. I think I was just going to, it wasn't Bass Pro Shops. What was that place that got shut down because they sold guns to a maniac? Yeah, Gander Mountain. I was just going to Gander Mountain, places like that, and just buying CRKTs and Kershaws, which are fine and nothing wrong with that. But I really wished I would have done more research beforehand. Back when I started this, there weren't that many YouTube channels. This was a couple years before I started. There really weren't that many. There's 4 or 5. Now you have 10, 12 places to look. So keep watching, YouTube videos, not just mine, everybody's, and do more research before you jump into it. I wish I'd have done that.
Awesome advice. Rebecca Durin Nick asks, are you carrying less due to the quarantine? And she says, I leave all knives all around the house. It's nice for pocketless PJs I wear all day.
I'm not a pajama pants person, so I have not regressed that far. No, I'm actually carrying more because I just like to have my stuff in my pockets. And since I'm not leaving the house, I don't worry about what anybody's going to think about what's in my pocket. So like I said before, I'm carrying like last month, I think my most carry was a Cold Steel 4 Max, which is huge. And I'm carrying a lot of automatics and stuff just because I'm not leaving the house anyway. So I don't care. It's the time to shine for my crazy knives right now.
And if you have watched the little funny video that we made, that one scene where he's flipping his knife, that happens for real, and I yell at him because it scares the crap out of me.
I tried really hard not to do it, but now that we've been stuck in the house, I gotta do it.
What is that? Okay, so let's see. We've got a couple more knife-related questions.
Okay.
What sharpening system do you prefer?
A lot of you guys asked that, and I'm putting it on here but I don't feel completely qualified to answer it. I have so many knives that a lot of them don't get worn down super dull. So I'm still mostly using, I used to use a Spyderco Sharpmaker. Now I use the Work Sharp bench top angle set grinder, really long name, but it's a great product. I do love that. So I'm still mostly using that. The only like proper, like, set angle sharpening system that I have is a Viper Sharp, but I haven't spent a lot of time with the other ones. I like the Viper Sharp great. I think it's a good value, but I've been able to put some amazing like mirror edges on stuff. It works awesome, but I haven't experienced like a KME or a Wicked Edge or anything like that. So that's something coming up this year, probably, hopefully.
Okay, so many have asked, will you keep reviewing Chinese knives?
Okay, I wanted to put this in there because I don't just get it here. I get it on Instagram. I get it in emails. I get it everywhere. I alluded to it at the beginning of an American-made knife collection video thing. Yes, I am. I've been reviewing products for 20 years. I consider myself a journalist, so I'm going to review things that people are buying. I'm going to continue to provide information on those products, regardless of where they're made. That said, I do have my limits. There are some Chinese companies that I will not review because they also make clones, like Ganzo. That's why I don't do those, because they also make clones. They make their original designs, but I'm not going to review your original designs while you're kicking clones out the back door. I'm just not going to do it. So when I find out that a company is doing something bad, then I cut them off. There's a couple of American companies I won't review. I do have my standards, but I'm not going to do it just based on where it's made, because it's just nature of the world. Where it's made is where it's made. People are still going to buy it. And I like to judge a company more by who runs it than by the government of the country that they're in. Maybe that's because I've lived around a lot. I don't know, but that's my stance on it.
That is a very respectable answer.
Well, thank you.
So we've got.
We'll see what people think in the comments.
Be nice. So we've got some non-knife related questions.
Yeah, right.
People kind of like you and want to know things about you, and I don't really know why.
I'm not universally liked, though. I mean, that's shocking.
Not in this house. You're definitely not. So I'm just gonna pick a few. There's a couple ones I really want to ask, and some are just funny. So we're going to start right off with Mike Carroll's question. And he asks, when you look back at your high school experience...
I remember this question.
What is the one thing you remember? Maybe some story or a crazy event or something. I know what you're going to say.
So I replied with a short answer, and I got like 3 comments basically saying, what? So I said, all right, I'll put it in the video. I stole a cop car once. So I used to basically live in this pool hall. Like every moment I wasn't in school, I used to hang out at this pool. And I was like 17, I had a car and everything. This pool hall downtown, we used to hang out at all the time. And they were open really late, and they served coffee. And it was a little, one stoplight town that I grew up in, Canisteo, New York, tiny little place. And the local town cop, who we all knew by first name, pulled up and parked his car like on the sidewalk and went in to get a cup of coffee. Preface this by saying I was a privileged little jerk kid. So I walked up to him and I just said, "Oh, nice, just park your car wherever the hell you want it." And he goes, "Well, move it." And his keys were sitting there, so I took his keys and I moved it. And I drove around the block about 4 times because I couldn't figure out how to make the siren go on. And the closest I could get, I could make it go whoop whoop, but I couldn't like make it full on go. I was very disappointed by that. And then halfway through the 3rd lap, I realized I have done a very stupid thing, and like I'm gonna get arrested. This is gonna be horrible. So I pulled around and parked it in the parking lot out back behind the pool hall. Walked in the back door, walked up by him, slammed his keys down on the bar, and walked out the front door and got in my car and got out of there. And he was just red-faced and angry, but nothing ever happened to me about it, because I was a privileged little boy in a very small town. But he was quite angry. But I guess, what are you going to do? How are you going to report that? He told me to.
Yeah. Okay. So don't try that at home, kids.
I was a hero, though.
Don't try that at home. Don't try it
Don't do it, though.
So I'm going to ask you this because I want to know, too. B1G Buddha Man asks, since you like your beers, what's your favorite brewery?
Three Heads. I think that's both of ours. Yeah,
Three
it's a
Heads
local
Brewery.
brewery, Three Heads Brewing.
Yeah.
You may be seeing more of them on the Brews and Blade show coming up. So,
we love
great place. They have now they have their own like tasting room, which is a lot more than a tasting room. It's like a concert venue and stuff. Hopefully, we'll get to go see a concert there again someday.
Yeah.
But great place.
It's our hang. We love it.
Great people. Really good. They ship all over the place. ThreeHeadsBrewing.com.
Three Heads Brewery. Anything you love, like anything, any taste, they have it.
Yeah. And
So,
you're
check
welcome,
them out.
Jeff.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to ask you? All right. So Jacob Rusquetta asks, seeing the Dragon Ball pops, are there any other anime manga you enjoy?
I picked this one, but hey, you guys, every time I show my office, you guys ask. I'm a man child, so I have a lot of action figures. So you guys ask about my action figure stuff. Not nearly as many as Vinny, though. That's where I get a lot of mine from. Anime stuff, I like Dragon Ball, obviously. Gundam, I'm still shopping for a perfect. Like, I want a big giant Gundam. Several of them probably, and I like the original Gundam Wing. I like that the most. I like Code Geass. That was amazing. Basically, I like Dragon Ball and anything with mecha in it. I'm not really into a lot of this stuff. My son's super into it and always trying to get me into stuff, and I'm like, it's gory. I feel old.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, she
When I
loves
was
Sailor
little,
Moon,
I
but
loved Sailor
it's
Moon.
not my jam.
So many have asked you, how did you meet me?
Oh, well, you worked at a coffee shop, and I worked at a bicycle shop nearby, and I always had to go and get coffee there for everybody. And you were the only person there who knew what the hell you were doing. So when my friends would say, do you want coffee? They would say, who's working? And if it was her, they'd get like a latte or something nice. If it was anybody else, plain black. Like they didn't trust anybody else to make anything there. So I would say, no, it's Lori. All right, cool. And we'd go and I'd get the coffee. And then we would chat while I usually get a sandwich too. And I'd come in like right as they opened. So nobody else
Ham and
was there.
cheese on a croissant.
Yeah, we chatted a bit. We were friends. And then when I was free and available, I took a shot and said, hey, you want to meet up? And then she texted me one night and said because she'd moved up here to Rochester. I was still down
We're from
in
the
the
same
southern
area
tier.
in the southern tier.
And so I was still down the southern tier. She'd moved up here, and she said, hey, I'm at this bar. You want to come meet me? And I left an internet date. I just left her there. I paid the bill and just left and ran to go meet her. And the rest is history.
Over a decade later.
I don't know what happened to that woman.
She probably tells the same story.
She got a free meal. I just said this isn't working, right? She goes, no, I don't think so. And I just slapped down a 20 and ran off.
Now I'm stuck with him.
I made a Brian-shaped hole in the door.
Let's see. Big Red EDC wants to know, what is the one guilty pleasure that you don't share?
I don't openly share.
Share.
I love the Gilmore Girls.
Oh,
it is one of my favorite television shows ever. I think the Gilmore Girls is fantastic. And I watched it. I watched the new ones when they rebooted it. Those were even fine.
I don't even watch the Gilmore Girls.
I actually remember I was supposed to go to a Gilmore Girls watch party with a bunch of women, and then I was sick. But I was very excited about it. I made you make cookies for it.
I know.
And then I couldn't go because I was ill.
Let's see. Ultra Dude 54. Shout out to Ultra Dude.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind the Starry Night AT-AT poster?
Yes. Lori and I are both complete nerds.
Huge. May the 4th is this Monday. Woo.
We used to have a Starry Nights poster in our old place. We don't still have it up here anywhere, do we? I don't pay attention.
Upstairs.
It's upstairs.
Yeah,
okay.
You walk by it every day. Whatever.
Is it hung up? No, I don't know. But anyway, we've had this Starry Nights poster for a long time. And then I can't believe I don't notice that. So where is it?
It's upstairs in the hallway, right by the bathroom.
I'm usually going fast. Anyway, and then I saw this AT-AT one on one of these nerd sites, and I don't remember what it was. People could ask me where to buy it. Don't buy it. because we got it and we were going to hang it up like in our living room where the Starry Nights poster used to be and just see if anybody noticed, that we changed it and we had this great plan and we got it and it is terrible quality.
Pixelated. Unfortunately, the company, when they printed it, didn't realize that it was going to be that way.
If you get close to it, it's terrible. And it wasn't expensive. It was like $15.
And we didn't reach out to the company. We should have, but we didn't.
I just said I'll just put it in my office. So on the camera from a distance, it looks really cool, and I love it.
They have T-shirts.
But you wouldn't want to hang it like where a lot of people are going to see it.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to look through some questions. I was excited to... Ooh. Grady Griffin wants to know... This is a stand-up related question. Okay, so do you have a different character when you go on stage for stand-up? And this person really wants to see a stand-up video at some point, too.
The video is, I did post a video from last June, which seems like a very recent set now since I haven't been on stage in months. It's just search for Slicey Dicey stand-up. You'll find it. And no, not anymore. I think initially I played it up a bit. It was me turned up to like 12, but... Now I think Lori would agree, I've kind of met in the middle. I'm exactly the same on stage as I am off stage. Like this is just what you get now. I've been doing it for about 10 years. So it just, the two personalities just kind of met. I'm a bit more energetic, off stage and a bit less on stage, I guess is the best way to put it.
You're more of a storyteller.
Yeah.
With some comical...
Yeah, I'm not a one-liner comic, so it works for me, and this is just how I am now. Except for that I swear in public a lot because I forget I'm not on stage, and she corrects me, but...
Let's see. Do we have some time for some more
Yeah,
here?
we got it.
All right.
Let's do 3 more.
Okay, 3 more. Ooh, this is... We're going to do 4 more.
Okay.
Nick S. wants to know what's your favorite cheese.
Oh, I'm boring. I hate fancy cheese. I went to Germany a while ago, went to my dear friend's house I've known for years and years, and they just come back from France. They had all this amazing cheese, and they were so excited, and it all tasted like earwax. I don't like fancy cheese. I just like a really, really sharp cheddar, preferably Vermont, and or really good Swiss cheese.
Extra sharp cheddar.
Extra sharp cheddar, and Swiss and mozzarella, like fresh mozzarella.
Love it.
Pretty simple.
Okay, so these are all really great questions. So I'm narrowing it down.
All right.
Okay. If I didn't get to your question, I apologize. Ask it in the comments, and maybe you'll get a response.
I already cut them down from 1,500 questions.
Okay, so never mind. Yeah. Don't do that.
Blame it on me.
Yeah. Sorry. So I want to know this as well. David Mayle, M-A-Y-L-E.
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry. Says, what is your favorite dinner your wife makes?
I would say the mini quiches when she makes them how I like them, which is more eggy than she likes.
And real dinner. What's your favorite?
That is a real dinner.
I know, but I make it for brunch. What's your dinner that you like?
The pot pies.
Okay.
Is that acceptable?
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Very simple, but they're amazing. She just does like the little Pillsbury crescent rolls, right? Mm-hmm. And
That's not my original recipe. If any of my
they're so good though.
My friends from
care.
College are watching.
I don't care who invented it. It's tasty.
Okay, so there's another one I forgot. Okay, Maximus Sentinel says, congratulations. Are you a big fan of cheesecake? If yes, which style do you prefer?
Another cooking. I am a huge fan of cheesecake, and I was not until I got together with her, and she made a cheesecake, and I was like, I'm just going to eat it. I don't want to say anything about it. We'd only been together for like a year, and I was like, I'm just going to eat it because I didn't like it. Was amazing, and now I love cheesecake. Not only hers, but primarily hers. That's one of many foods you've got me really into. But she made me a Snickers cheesecake for my birthday. It's on my Instagram. Slicey Dicey 75 a couple days ago. Oh my Lord, it's good. And but now I eat a lot of cheesecake. Asparagus I never ate till I met her, but you don't like asparagus.
I don't even like asparagus. I don't understand that.
She's a vegetarian, so I was trying other stuff. I eat salads now. Never ate salads until I was with you.
But we have a tradition in our family that I make desserts for everyone's birthday. They get to pick whatever they want. So over the last few years, it has been cheesecake.
Me and both of my children always request
white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. I've done Nutella cheesecake. Done an almond joy cheesecake.
The pumpkin cheesecake at Thanksgiving is the best, though.
Yeah, it's a tradition. So anyway, Love that. Okay, one more.
Yeah, I'll do one more.
One more. Oh gosh. Oh no.
Think about it.
Okay, this one is a good one. Rich Machad asks, what led you to Buddhism?
Oh, so I don't talk about it much on here because I don't like to talk about religion, but it's not a religion to me. I mean, I call it my religion because it's the closest I have to it. But yeah, I'm a Buddhist. If somebody forces me to say my religion, that's what I say. Because it's the closest I have to one. But you can be a Buddhist and you can be Jewish and you can be a Buddhist and be Christian at the same time. You can do all that stuff. When I do go to the Zen Center, the regular time, when I don't go as much as I used to, but when I do go there and meditate, the guy sitting next to me is a Hasidic rabbi. So, I mean, it's not mutually exclusive, but I was...
it's a thought process.
It's basically, it's a way of life more than a
supplemental religion.
But I had a really stressful job when I was in the Air Force, and to put it nicely, I was going nuts. And I was trying to just find a way to calm down, and I started looking into meditation and all this stuff. And every book you get about meditation, this is back in the early 2000s when we read books, they all start out a little bit about Buddhism. And I thought, man, this kind of makes sense. And I didn't really have much else going on in that area of my life, so after a while, I just, kind of decided I'm Buddhist, which is basically how you become a Buddhist. You just kind of decide you are, because again, it's not like a full-on religion. So I'm a Zen Buddhist now. I used to be another kind, but which was a bit more Theravadan, which felt a bit more religious-y. And I like the Zen Buddhism, though, because the Zen Buddhism is definitely not a religion. It's just all about the meditation, and I really like it. I do love going to that place. It's not a holy place, but there's something there, when you walk in the building. But mostly
Sacred.
Most of the time I just sit up in my office and I have a set place. I just sit there and, sit on the floor and stare at a wall, for 15, 20 minutes. And that's basically what Zen Buddhism is. So.
Great. Well, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed interviewing you. I learned a few things. So thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'll be back again soon.
Oh, great. We'd love to
All right.
have you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Call my agent.